Can you imagine? A boy who once looked for hope of survival in a trash can now controls a $1 million scientific research laboratory and leads a top team to solve the world's problems. This is not a Hollywood script, but a real counterattack legend. His name is Pang Zhongwang, a Chinese youth who rewrites his destiny with his own hands. Today, we will exclusively reveal the details of his 20-year transformation from a garbage dump to managing a $1 million laboratory. In 1999, in the remote village of Zhangzhou, Hebei, the gears of fate began to turn, and a life that changed the fate of the family was about to be born. However, what greeted him was a difficult life that ordinary people could hardly imagine. Pang Zhongwang's mother, Pang Zhiqin, had congenital spina bifida and lower limb disability and could only live on a wheelchair. And his father, who suffered from schizophrenia, had difficulty taking care of himself. This family was shrouded in the shadow of poverty and suffering from the beginning. In this dilapidated adobe house, Pang Zhongwang came into this world with great difficulty. There was no warm and comfortable delivery room, no advanced medical equipment, only the mother's strong endurance in severe pain and the purest love for her child. When Pang Zhongwang's first cry broke the silence, it brought a ray of hope to this gloomy family. Despite the hard life, Mother Pang Zhiqin looked at her child and seemed to see hope for the future. From the age of 5, little Pang Zhongwang was sensible and took on the responsibility of taking care of his family. When children of the same age were still acting like spoiled children in their parents' arms, he already understood the hardships of life and carried the responsibility of the family on his tender shoulders. Cleaning the room and washing the potty, these housework that are a bit strenuous for adults, but Pang Zhongwang can do it handy. In his childhood, there were no toys, no games, only sweat and hard work for the family. Cleaning the room and washing the potty are chores that are somewhat strenuous for adults, but Pang Zhongwang can do them well. In his childhood, there were no toys or games, only sweat and hard work for the family. When it was time to cook, Pang Zhongwang turned into a little chef and prepared simple meals for his family. He stood on the bricks and tried hard to stir-fry the potatoes in the pot. His seriousness made people feel both distressed and admired. In order to reduce the financial burden of his family, Pang Zhongwang used his spare time to pick up waste and sell it for money. Under the scorching sun, his small figure ran around the village. Every time he picked up a bottle or a piece of waste paper, he seemed to see a glimmer of hope in life. In winter, the cold north wind blew like a knife, but Pang Zhongwang still did not stop picking up waste. The thin clothes could not resist the severe cold, and his little hands were frozen red and cracked, but he never complained. Fate always seemed to play tricks on this poor child. When he was 6 years old, Pang Zhongwang was diagnosed with congenital heart disease, which was like a bolt from the blue, hitting this already shaky family again. Faced with the high cost of surgery, Mother Pang Zhiqin fell into the abyss of despair. But for the sake of her child, she gritted her teeth and decided to collect the money no matter what. In order to treat her son, Mother Pang Zhiqin put aside her dignity, sat in a wheelchair, and took Pang Zhongwang to borrow money from door to door. Their figures seemed so small and strong in the village, and every rejection pierced their hearts like a knife, but they never gave up. After borrowing money for the operation, Mother Pang Zhiqin began to embroider day and night to pay off her debts. Under the dim light, her wounded hands kept busy, and every stitch and thread was full of love and expectations for her son. Pang Zhongwang watched his mother working day and night, and his heart was full of guilt. He decided to share the pressure for his mother in his own way, even if it was just a little bit. He went to the construction site to pick up scrap metal, and he didn't care about the scratches on his hands, because he knew that he had to grow up quickly and become a support for his mother. When he entered junior high school, Pang Zhongwang faced the dual pressure of academic and family. But he never backed down. He got up early and went to bed late every day. While taking care of his family, he studied hard. He knew that only knowledge could change his destiny. At school, Pang Zhongwang is a student tyrant in the eyes of his classmates. He cherishes every opportunity to study. During breaks and lunch breaks, as long as he has time, he will immerse himself in the ocean of knowledge. He knows that learning is the only way for him to get out of trouble. Fate always seems to pursue Pang Zhongwang's family. His mother's sudden illness has put the family in crisis again. Pang Zhongwang looked at his weak mother on the hospital bed and secretly vowed to support the family. During the days in the hospital, Pang Zhongwang took good care of his mother during the day and took the time to study at night. Under the dim light outside the ward, his figure looked particularly resolute. He used his actions to interpret what responsibility and commitment are. Faced with the high hospitalization fee, Pang Zhongwang borrowed money everywhere, but encountered countless rejections. But he was not defeated, but chose to work odd jobs in a small restaurant and earn a meager income with his own hands. Every penny is condensed with his sweat and hard work. The hardship of life did not make Pang Zhongwang lose hope, but made him stronger. He picked up the rotten leaves thrown away by the vegetable market and cooked vegetable soup for his mother. In his heart, as long as he can be with his mother, he can get through the hard days. Living in the high school dormitory, Pang Zhongwang could not accompany his mother every day. In order to reassure his mother, he wrote 30 letters in advance, and the words were full of thoughts and concerns for his mother. Every letter is his deep love for his mother. In high school, Pang Zhongwang's enthusiasm for learning became even stronger. He knew that he was shouldering the hopes of his family, and only by working harder could he realize his dream. His diligence and hard work infected every classmate and teacher around him. In his senior year, Pang Zhongwang welcomed an important opportunity in his life, Tsinghua University's self-improvement plan. He saw the dawn of changing his destiny and prepared with all his strength, for himself and for his family. On the day of the exam, Pang Zhongwang walked into the examination room with his family's expectations and his own dreams. He knew that this was a battle to change his destiny, and he had to go all out. When he learned that he had passed the self-improvement plan, Pang Zhongwang was so excited that his eyes were filled with tears. He ran home immediately to share this joy with his mother. The mother and son hugged each other tightly, and their tears were full of years of hardship and happiness at the moment. In the 2017 college entrance examination, Pang Zhongwang walked into the examination room with full confidence. This was another important challenge in his life. He believed that his years of hard work would definitely bring satisfactory results. The results were announced, and Pang Zhongwang became the top scorer in science in Songzhou City with excellent results and was admitted to Tsinghua University. At that moment, all the suffering turned into sweet fruits. The dilapidated adobe house was filled with unprecedented joy. In the face of donations from the outside world, Pang Zhongwang showed self-esteem and self-improvement beyond ordinary people. He chose to earn tuition fees with his own hands because he knew that only what he worked hard for was the most solid. Entering the Tsinghua campus, Pang Zhongwang ushered in a new chapter in his life. Here is where his dream sets sail. He will pursue higher dreams here and write his own glory. At Tsinghua, Pang Zhongwang continued to work hard. He knew that there were so many experts here that he had to work harder to keep up. Getting up early and going to bed late every day were all efforts he made for his dream. The road of scientific research is full of challenges, but Pang Zhongwang never backed down. He spent day and night in the laboratory, exploring unknown areas with sweat and wisdom. Every failure was a stepping stone to his success. Hard work pays off, and Pang Zhongwang has achieved remarkable results in the field of scientific research. He proved with his own strength that poor students can also shine on the academic stage. On the campus of Tsinghua University, fate quietly wrote a gentle chapter for Pang Zhongwang. Under the heavy pressure of schoolwork and scientific research, he met the girl who moved his heart in a club activity by chance. She had bright eyes, and her smile seemed to dispel all the haze. Her gestures were full of considerate temperament. She was attracted by the light of Pang Zhongwang, who had gone through hardships but remained firm. In the end, they entered the palace of marriage with the blessings of everyone. From a leaky adobe house to a laboratory equipped with million-dollar instruments, from a teenager running with wrinkled tuition fees to a young scholar leading a scientific research team, every soul that has never surrendered deserves a starry sky. Pang Zhongwang's story, to everyone on the road, and you will be the next person to rewrite your destiny.